Good day, everyone. My name is Robert Chanti Coraton, and my topic is biodiversity and ecosystem. So let's go. So, what is an ecosystem? A dynamic complex of plant, animal, and microorganism communities as their own non-living environment, interacting as functional unit. Components: biotic, living and abiotic, non-living like water, sunlight, or soil. So, let's go to the biodiversity. Three main levels: the variety of life, Earth at all levels, genetic diversity, variety of genes within species, species diversity, and diversity of species in given area, ecosystem diversity, variety of habits and communities, and ecological process.
Good day everyone, my name is Jibel Dikiano and my topic is all about change and biodiversity. So let's go. Change in the biodiversity means an alternation in the variety, a number of living organisms within an ecosystem over time. It can involve an increase or decrease in the number of species, their population, or the balance of ecosystem. This change may be caused by natural events like climate change, shift of human activities such as deforestation, pollution, and overhunting. When biodiversity decreases, it can harm economic system and reduce the natural resources that human depend on protecting biodiversity, help to maintain an healthy balanced environment for all living things. So this is an example of biodiversity change. First is habitat loss and fragmentation. Deforestation for agriculture, clearing forests for cattle ranching or crops like palm and oil removes critical habitat for countless species such as organisms. 2. Climate change. Coral reefs is a bleaching, warming ocean cause of coral reefs to lose their color. So, for example, climate change is coral reef bleaching, warming ocean cause of coral reef to lose their color, and that.
Hello everyone, I am Angela Villata. So there are major threats to biodiversity. First is habitat loss and destruction. So habitat loss and destruction, mauna siya ang degradation, fragmentation, and complete elimination of our natural environments caused by humans. For example, like mga human activities like deforestation, urban expansion, infrastructure development. So basically, we humans are one of the reasons why they are called habitat loss and destruction.
Good day everyone, I'm Janay Luna and I'm going to discuss about the alternation in ecosystem composition.
Good day, everyone, and this is my topic: alternations in ecosystem composition. What is ecosystem? Ecosystem is made up of living things like plants, animals, and microorganisms, and non-living things are air, water, and soil that work together. When changes happen in, in the balance of these components, it's called an alternation in ecosystem composition. These changes can be natural or caused by humans, and these are the causes of alternations.
First is the climate change, second is pollution, and the third
Is
is
deforestation,
fourth one is
invasive species.
and the last one is human activities.
These are the causes of alternations, and these are effects of alternations: loss of biodiversity. Some species may disappear completely. Imbalance in food chains. When one species is gone, others that depend on it also suffer. Soil and water problems. Loss of plants can lead to soil erosion and dirty water. And climate impact, fewer trees means less carbon is absorbed, worsening global warming. And these are the ways to prevent or reduce the alternations. One is replant trees and protect forests. Two is reduce pollution by managing waste properly. Three is support wildlife conservation programs. Four is avoid introducing harmful species to new environments. Five is practice sustainable farming and fishing. Thank you, everyone.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelica Villarta, and I'm going to discuss one of the major threats to biodiversity, which is overexploitation. Overexploitation means using too much of something from nature, more than one it can replace or recover. For example, the overhunting. Overhunting happens when people hunt too many wild animals for food, clothing, or other purposes. Another example is the overfishing, where fishermen catch too many fish from the sea, leaving fewer fish to reproduce. This action can cause some species to decline or even disappear, which harms our environment and biodiversity. To avoid overexploitation, we should use the things from nature wisely and responsibly. People should follow laws, rules that protect animals, plants, and the environment. We can also limit hunting and fishing so that species have time to grow and reproduce. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Rinzel May Gudinis. I'm going to discuss one of the major threats of biodiversity. Global climate change means the Earth temperature and weather patterns are changing over a long time. This happens mostly because of human activities like burning coal or oil, gas, which release gases that trap heat in the atmosphere. In short, global climate change is making our world hotter and more unstable, and is a big reason why many living things are losing their home or dying out. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm Angelica Duhinio. I'm going to discuss my topic, which is pollution and contamination. What is pollution? Pollution is the process of making the environment dirty or unsafe by adding harmful substances to the air, water, and land. Ang kaning mga substances kay gikan sa mga smoke, chemical, garbage, or even from waste from factories, vehicles, and homes. What is contamination? Contamination happens when something pure or clean like water, food, or soil become mixed with harmful materials or germs. Ang contamination can lead to illness, injury, or even death with people with severe effects on vulnerable population like the elderly, young children, and those weak immune system. When car produce smoke, it adds to air pollution. Even simple action like throwing trash or everywhere can cause contamination in the soil. The main cause of pollution is human activity. Ang kaniday sila mga panghitabo nga nag-cause of pollution and contamination sa atong society. Let's talk about what is human activity. Human activity is action and behaviors that people do in their daily lives in the society, like building houses, driving cars, farming, cutting trees, using machines, and thrown aways. These activities help humans meet their needs and improve their lives, but they can also harm the environment if not done properly. For example, burning fuel causes air pollution. Improper waste disposal can contaminate water and soil. In short, human activity is everything people do that affects the world around them, both positively and negatively.
Hello everyone, my name is Raquel Abelia. Today I am going to discuss the consequences of biodiversity loss. Number 1, ecosystem disruption occurs when a disturbance affects delicate balance. So example, mao ni siya mga habitat destruction, fragmentation, deforestation, and also human activities like agriculture, mining, and overfishing. Number 2, loss of ecosystem services. Example, pollution, gani siya kaning nasa tubig, sa air and soil kanang magdaog ta mga ingon ana ka napatakataglabay sa kuan sa kanang water or sa kaning soil yun na nga mga makadaot. 3, decrease food security. So there are 3 examples, and these are the monoculture farming practices, over reliance on few crop species, and soil degradation. Number 4, increased disease transmission. So there are 2 examples of this, a climate change and animal-human interface zonic disease. This transmission can occur due to biodiversity loss. Economic impact of biodiversity loss can be significant and far-reaching. So example, overexploitation of natural resources, unsustainable consumption patterns, and lastly, lack of economic valuation of ecosystem services. So those are the examples of economic impact. That's all. Thank you.
So, good morning or afternoon, everyone. My name is Dulcerna JB, and my topic is about nutritional impact of biodiversity. So, here's the summary of my topic. So, according to the World Health Organization or WHO, biodiversity plays a crucial role in human nutrition by supporting sustainable food production. Access to a variety of nutritious foods is essential for health, and that this is closely linked to the biodiversity at the ecosystem, species, and genetic levels. Different foods and even different varieties of the same food can vary greatly in nutritional content. Maintaining high biodiversity supports healthy local diets. However, modern agricultural practices like irrigation, fertilizers, and pesticides can reduce biodiversity, which negatively impacts nutrition and overall human health. What does biodiversity mean? So, it is the variety of life in ecosystems supports the production of diverse, nutritious foods. And why does biodiversity important? So, biodiversity important because different species and even different varieties of the same food can have very different nutritional value. A healthy diet depends on access to a wide range of foods, and that depends on maintaining biodiversity at the ecosystem species and genetic levels. However, modern farming methods like overuse of fertilizers, pesticides, and replacing traditional crops can reduce biodiversity. This not only harms the environment but also affects the nutritional quality of our food and increases risk to human health. In short, protecting biodiversity means protecting our health. It ensures food variety, better nutrition, and more resilient communities. Thank you. And again, my name is Dulcerna JB, and here is my topic.
So, good day everyone. My name is Imada Janji, and I'm going to discuss about health, biology, and biodiversity. So, first, what is health? Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not just absence of disease or illness. It means your body works well, your mind feels good, and you can live your life actively and happily. Good health depends on things like balanced nutrition, regular exercise, enough sleep, stress management, and positive relationship. That's why we call it health. Biology is the branch of science that studies living things and their interaction with each other and their environment. So ang biology nag-talk niya about sa mga living things nga unsaon pag-interact sa usag-usa sa environment. Biodiversity means the variety of all living things on earth including plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms as well as the ecosystem they form and the genetic differences resources within each species. In short, it's the richness of the life in all its form from the tiniest bacteria to the largest whales. And it's important because it keeps our planet natural system health and balance. So ang biodiversity na adiri borari sa komunidad na adiri ang mga klasing-klasing hayop, plants, tao sa magpagamay man hantod sa kinadak-an. So i-connect na to. So all living organism depends on the environment for basic needs like air, water, food, and shelter. Human evolution and health have greatly improved due to better agriculture, sanitation, water treatment, and hygiene more than through medical technology. However, the environment can also cause disease when basic needs are lacking. Environmental hazards such as pollution, toxic chemicals, poor housing, and unsafe water increase the risk of many illness like cancer, asthma, and diarrhea. So, dili kay sa tanan kuan sa nature or sa environment, dili kay makaharm sila. Kundi makaharm sa pud ni sila kung wala ni kitarong ugam, kay tungod maka-pollution ni sila o kita makuha og sakit. Millions of people, especially in developing countries, still suffer from unsafe water and poor sanitation. The connection between human health and biodiversity is strong and complex, and the ongoing loss of biodiversity threatens this balance and human well-being. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Good evening. My name is Janwin Espatoto. Today, I will be reporting about environment-related illnesses. These illnesses can cause effect by our surroundings, atong palibot, atong mainom, maginhawa, makaon, bisag asa ta nga lugar. Some common illnesses that are linked to environment include sa mga heart disease, cancer, asthma, or other disease. This disease can be caused worse by pollution, chemical, poor sanitation, or unsafe working condition. Para sa ng example, food production, makadaot na sa kay masayang tungod sa kadugay na na-stock. Pero may mo sa fertilizer. Factories and transportation release carbon emission that damage the air. Para sa ng mga tambutso, kanang factory nga itom kay kaso. Then, nakabutang ato in the past, malaria was eliminated in count like United States by draining wetland and spraying DDT to kill mosquito. However, this method affect the ecosystem. How solving the problem can sometimes create another environmental na may uban good nga makapatay mosquito. Na uban madamay mga uban nga nasa uban mga hayop. Makaon nila, mahilo sa sila, makamatay. So, our health and environment are deeply connected. To prevent environmental-related illnesses, we need to protect our surroundings, reduce pollution, manage waste properly, and use natural resources responsibly. A healthy environment means healthy people.
Good day, everyone. My name is Aljin Yonko, BSHM Section 2. Today, I'm going to summarize about the biodiversity, ecosystem, changes in biodiversity, and the traits of biodiversity. Let's proceed.
Ang biodiversity means wide variety of all living things on Earth, from the smallest organism to the biggest animals and plants. So, ang biodiversity mao ang kalanlaing klase sa mga buhi nga mananap, sa nga makita nato sa land, sa air, and also sa water. Ang ecosystem is the relationship between living things, biotic, and non-living things, abiotic. So, when we say living things like mga animals, plant, mga human, and when we say non-living things or abiotic, mao na siya mga rocks, water, mga man-made like mga object bitaw. Changing in biodiversity can harm the environment because every living thing has an important role in nature. Like for example, if mawala na ang mga trees, so pang kuano na pang tag-on sa mga tao, so what happened to the animals? So wala na sila mapasilungan. Threats to biodiversity. First, habitat loss and destruction. The example, deforestation in the Philippines, Sierra Madre Mountains, destroy the tiny tertiary forest habitat, pushing them toward extinction. Since the habitat loss and destruction, it is the animal and plants lose their homes. When you Second is alteration in ecosystem composition. This happens when the natural balance of living things in an area changes. It could be because new species are brought in or some species disappear. When that balance is broken, it can affect the whole environment. Example, if people kill too many snakes in the farm area, the number of rats might increase because there are fewer snakes to eat them. This can lead to crop damage and affect the whole ecosystem. Third is overexploitation. This happens when humans take too much from nature. Example, catching too many fish from the ocean leads to fewer animals left in the wild. The fourth is pollution and contamination. When harmful chemicals, trash, or waste go into the air, water, or soil, it makes it hard for living things to survive. Example, throwing plastic into the ocean can kill sea turtles that may mistake it for food. The last part is global climate change. Changes in weather patterns like hotter temperature or stronger storms make it hard for some animals and plants to survive. Example of this is stronger typhoons like Super Typhoon Yolanda that happened on 2013, also the Odette. The next is the drought and crop damage. So hotter weather and less rain can dry up farmland. So mao ni nahitabo sa kasap kung grabe ang kainit unya wala kay uwan, so ang mga tanom madaot. Another example is forest fire. So rising temperature can make forest dry and easier to burn. So example atong nahitabo sa gawas of wa man tug ko nasayop no tungod sa kainit kanang nagka-cause siya og forest fires. I don't know if sakto ba sa amo na to siya.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Garbil P. Patindo. Since my group mates have already discussed the lesson 2 topics, and the things that all I can do is to summarize those stuff, and please bear with me, guys. Before I commence the following topics that I will going to summarize, I will going to discuss first or recap what is biodiversity. So, biodiversity is kung asa nagpuyo ang mga living organism which is kita o mga hayop. And kung asa sadta nagkuha og mga resources. The first topic that I'll going to summarize which is the consequences of biodiversity loss. And this topic is understandable kaayo. If mobuhat ta og mga di maayo sa tong environment, so it can lead us to massive floods, landslide, and climate change. Next is the nutritional impact of biodiversity. So, kani nga topic is all about kung asa ta nagkuha og mga resources nga it can lead us to survive and have a longer life. The third one, which is the health, biology, and biodiversity. So, mga basic needs nato dire is mga water, food, and air. And we need to sanitize ourselves to become healthy and to impede illnesses. The fourth topic that I'll go into summarize, which is the environment-related illnesses. Ang kaning topic is all about mga illnesses nga makuha sa atong environment itself, which is the cancer and the disease, etc. And to impede that one, we need to balance diet and stop eating food that can harm us. That's all. Thank you.